My name is Matt Smith, and I work for an organization here at CSU called Student Mobilization. This is just a little bit about my story and how I got here. So I grew up in a small town in Iowa, and it's basically what you would consider your stereotypical small town. One church, everyone knows everybody. And I grew up kind of trying to be the jock that played every sport and cared what other people thought about me. You know, I remember my first thing about faith was and I think it's the first thing I remember from when I was young, when I was 3 or 4 years old, was my grandma taught me a prayer, and that kind of stuck with me. So I grew up a believer, but it never really hit home, and it just wasn't real for me until I went to college, and I kind of went into college with that same mindset of wanting to play club baseball here at CSU, make a lot of friends, do some partying, and that's kind of what I did my freshman year. So I remember second semester my freshman year, 2 of my buddies on the club baseball team, we had gone to church, and then on the way back, I think they were joking, and they told me we should do a Bible study, and for some reason we ended up doing one that week. We were all sitting around at the baseball house. None of us had ever done a Bible study before, and we were all sitting around at their kitchen table, and we were all looking at each other. We didn't know if we were supposed to read out loud or read to ourselves. No one had a clue, but that was kind of the time in my life where everything changed for me. That was when I first started to read the Bible like it was real, like it was for me, and I basically just let it be what it was. It really did change everything in my life, and it started to change things in my friend's life, and we kept that going through second semester, and we had other guys on our team join, and it was just amazing to see just the life change that happened. I think through that Bible study with my buddies, I realized that this Christianity thing really is for everyone. It's for real people, not just for church people, and you don't have to be a pastor to be a follower of Jesus and to know what this thing's all about. And that's really what changed my life, I think, is knowing that everyone can do this thing. I graduated with a business management degree, thought I could start 2 businesses, and both of those kind of flopped. So I got into outside sales here in Fort Collins. So while in that sales job, I worked there for 2 years. I think that whole time I was thinking about getting into ministry, but I had no clue how that might look. I thought, do you have to be a pastor to be in ministry? So that was always on the forefront of my mind. And then I learned about this organization called STUMO. One of my roommates, he had gone to their 9-week summer leadership program and came back kind of a totally different guy, and that intrigued me. So I started to go to their large group meetings even as a graduate. I was the old guy, and I got made fun of for it, but I still kept going. And the leader, Taylor Coy, he invited me to go to that same program the following summer. And it felt like an open door. I felt like I should go, so I did. It was a great 9 weeks, learned a lot, grew in my faith. Came back, and the same guy, Taylor Coy, he offered me a staff position with this campus ministry to join their team here at CSU. That kind of answered that question of do I have to be a traditional pastor or get into some church, or how do you get into ministry? And this felt like an open door to work with college students and to be in ministry and to share my faith. The reason I got out of the business world to do this is to ultimately help and impact college students, because that's where I was. So that's where my life changed.